Alright. Okay, second time on this video. Reason for this is to document where we live and all the work we've done on our house this year. Really has transformed a lot this year. It's been the year where, we've been here for 4 years now, and seems like when we first moved in it was about making changes to the interior. And this year, we have not spent quite as much money, thank goodness, not that we had it to spend anyway, but we have made a bunch of changes to the front elevation of our house, starting with the posts and the railing. Sometime near the beginning of the year, January-ish kind of territory, we had every one of those posts that you see along the carport and all along the railing up to the front door, all completely gutted from the house. It was all the posts were original 1955 posts that were original to the construction, and they were right on the concrete, and they were rotting to the bottom and things like that. So we had them all gutted out of the house, and I had someone come in and reconstruct them and put new footing things on to get the wood off the ground and restructure that railing. And the old one was cheap and junky, and so this one was put together on steroids, and then we had it double primed and triple painted, and it's good to go. So the next thing we had done was in about February, we look at our little palm trees. We had the roof done. Now, for those of you who Arizona folks who believe that these 20-year white shingled roofs are the way to go for heat efficiency and all that, I say in your face. We wanted a black roof, and we went out and got a black roof. It's a dimensional shingle roof. It's a 40-year roof, and not something we'll have to mess with for quite some time now. And as far as the effect on our heating bill is concerned, we've seen no negligible difference. In fact, we get more fluctuation or more mileage out of buying a digital thermostat than we've seen negative impact from putting a black roof on. So this summer was really the testing ground for that, and it's really not been a material change for us at all. The second thing we did was in February. You'll notice there are these two little trees. Let's see if I can focus in on those real quick. There's one, and then the second one is right there. Anybody who's seen our house before knows we used to have these two beautiful, huge 25-foot canopy ficus trees that were in exactly those spots, and so they froze out during that cold winter 2 seasons ago, and we finally gave up the ghost on them, cut them down, and got rid of them, and grinded the stumps out, and went and got 2 new Shamel ash trees, which is a pretty fast-growing tree. So hopefully in the next 2-3 years these will start to fill out and begin to look like our neighbors. Our neighbor has a fan ash tree, and that's a 2-year-old tree. So we're hoping that our trees are close to that size within 2 years. So all of that was kind of in prep to, in the back on the house, was in prep to paint the house, which we began in about April. And I hired somebody to do the bulk of the work, a tenant that I have that does some painting work, and you get what you pay for. These guys, I paid them $1,000 to paint my house, and I had to come in and do a lot of the detail work myself. So it was kind of a hybrid. I didn't have the time and energy and back to do it myself, so I got a little bit of help, and then I did a lot of the detail painting myself. So anyway, a lot of that stuff was just finished up here, and we kind of got into the summer, and it was too hot, and I'm not real motivated in the summer to do a ton of work. So as it's been cooling off, I finished up a lot of the detail work. And then the very last couple of things, as I walk closer to the house here, to make sure I'm all the way back, we finished up a lot of landscaping work, like planting these rounders. We used to have those wood chips in these perimeter curbing. This curbing was here when we moved in the house, but there was dirt and wood chips in here, and we've recently gutted the drip system, put in all these new plants, with the exception of that little palm tree, and with the exception of those palm trees. But every other plant in here is pretty much new. and with the exception of that guy. So all the little plants, I guess, are new. And then I just recently finished this cool little trellis that goes in front of our master bedroom window, which was a fun little project. Just finished that a couple of weeks ago. And all these plants were here already on this side. But this is the east side of our house. Windows we put in 3.5 years ago when we did some other remodeling. But anyway, so we did the landscaping, and actually we did the landscaping up against the house before we started painting. And so the capstone was really just finishing off this trellis, which was just a fun little one-day construction project. For the longest time, before summer when we did the landscaping, we had the posts put in, and so we had goal posts for about 5 months. And I finally went to Home Depot and bought a framed 4x8 trellis and took it apart and cut it down to size, put it back together in just that configuration. So it took me a while to get it done, but it's finally done. So we are really happy with the way our house looks now, and this sort of completes this phase of sort of change that we had in mind when we first moved in the house and started talking about what we would do to make it our own over time. We got a couple more projects on the horizon, but we need to save some money before we can do those projects. We're going to turn our utility room, which is behind my car there, into a full-blown laundry room. That's one project. And then we still have to update our master bedroom and bathroom, which Sandy and I haven't really fully agreed on exactly what we're going to do. So therefore nothing's gotten done so far. And then it's always money, right? Always takes money to get this stuff done. So anyway, that's the overview of what's been going on this year with our house, and this is the little video to document what it looks like. So hope you enjoyed this little video. Signing off.